Alrighty, I'm Beck Lane, and this is Catalyst and Company. Catalyst and Company, where sometimes I get showered and dressed, and then other times I'm wearing the same clothes for days on end. Today I'm in my pajamas. My outfit is, which you cannot see, my pajama bottoms, a very smelly t-shirt, and a shirt I just put on for the third day in a row. But we're Catalyst and Company. We're catalysts in each other's lives as well as our own, and we work towards being the artist we want to be. We've always wanted to be, and I'm taking that to heart today, or right now anyway. And that's why I didn't even bother showering, because I really wanted to express something. I wanted to convey a message to you, to anybody watching this, but also to my 20, 30, and 40-year-old self, my 15-year-old self, my 10-year-old self, to the Beck Lane, to the person I am, who understood for decades, or was told for decades, that you really have to get everything right the first time, and that if you don't get it right the first time, you're an utter and complete failure. Or you're lacking as a person. I've been thinking about it a lot, especially this morning, and remembering, through the decades, how many times I was, told that, or it was implied that I would never be any good because I couldn't get things right out of the gate, or correct out of the gate. And that's part of what was eating at me the past few videos is, why can't I just do this? I know how to do this. And now I've had this wrench thrown in, and it's screwing with my head, and I can't get the colors right because I'm so worried about outside influences telling me, giving me different information. It just, it was really eating at me, and it still eats at me. But I get done with these videos, making a video, and especially the last few years, I walk away or I post it and I think, you should take that down. You should just take that down, because it's not what other people would do. Especially now online, people present always their best self, and to me that's their dishonest self. That's just the facade that people want to present, and I've never been very good at it. I really have very rarely been good at, pretending, and it's just the way I am, and I don't really enjoy watching other people's videos because they feel so fake to me most of the time. And then I find people who are honest and helpful. And so in making these videos, I'm talking to the person watching it, I'm talking to the viewers and people who support my artwork and appreciate whatever it is I do for them here and on other social media. But I'm also talking to the me that hears those voices over the decades that say, you got to get it right for the first time. If you don't do it right the first time, you're a failure. You got to. Like, I'm a photocopying machine, or you're a Xerox machine. You're a printer. As an artist, oftentimes, if you're not well known, you got to get it right the first time. You know how that feels. You know how that feels if you're an artist. I had a boss several years ago. I was working as the art department for a company on Cape Cod, and my boss got a little frustrated with me because he gave me this really stupid assignment. I had to make a sign of a grown man dressed as a pirate stirring a gigantic bowl of chili, and a little boy with a big spoon eating out of this big pot. And if he hadn't given me the specifics on it, we would have had something, we would have ended up with a better product or project result. But instead he was like, I want a man, and he like went through this whole thing, and when I got done with it, it came out so creepy and weird. It felt like pedophile chili advertisement. It was just bizarre. And I put it up and he went, oh. And he looked at me and he said this several times. He goes, you know, I used to work with a guy at another location and I would tell him to do something and he would always come out with the perfect result. He would just take it and run with it. And of course, that makes me go, oh, it must be just me. It's not just me. It's not just me. We're people. It's not just you. We're people. We're not Xerox machines. We're human beings. And we have to go through the process of not only developing the image, but it's also figuring out the supplies, figuring out how they apply that day to, say, the canvas, you know, whether it's damp or it's dry, figuring out the mediums that we need to use in whatever arts and crafts project you're working on. There are multi-levels to coming out with a finished product. It's also, a large part of it is how you feel. It's how you feel. And some people say, well, I'm a professional, I'm able to stuff how I feel. I'm able to turn that off. That's bullshit, inside and out, up and down, inside and out, sideways, all the way around. That's utter and complete bullshit. We're human beings. We have emotions, and that affects our artwork. It affects how we produce. So if you're feeling lacking, 10-year-old Beck, 20-year-old Beck, 40-year-old Beck, 50-year-old Beck, or viewer, friend, supporter, part of our community, if that's the way you feel, this is just the way you feel, and you're going to have to go through it. Saturday was a bad day for me, and I did think I should take down this video because what if this is the last video I ever make? And I did happen to get on my scooter and go somewhere. I had to run an errand, and I almost got hit. And I got home and I'm thinking, what if that's the last video you ever make? You've got this shitty painting that you're talking about. You're in a shitty mood for a variety of reasons. And this is the last essence of you, this last representation of you online. As you kick in the sand and being really upset over several different things. And do you take it down? Do you leave it up? Do you take it down? Well, in the 9 years that we've been doing this, oh, wait a minute, maybe, yeah, it's 9 years because we started in 2013. I've only taken down, I've never taken down a video. I've redone them before I post them, but I don't take them down. It's a vlog and it's a blog and it's honest and it's true. And it's a conversation I'm having with the viewer. Anyone interested in my artwork at all, someone who needs to be reassured, but it's also a conversation I'm obviously having with myself over and over again. I watched a video by an artist I love, who I've been talking about lately, called I Am Detour. He's fabulous. And recently he posted a video where he was given an assignment, I think at the MGM Grand. He had to paint a whole wall of speakers with an image of Usher. And he got that job because somebody at MGM Grand is watching him online and following him, and they know his work, and he's highly supported. He's a good kid, he's a positive kid. He does talk realistically about things, but you can tell he's able, he's not fake. But he doesn't quite go, I'm having the worst day. This is just god awful. But he got this opportunity, and he was reminding people kind of how to present yourself online, but how one job has led to the next, and that you never know who's watching. That was his bottom line. You never know who's watching. He got this job at the MGM Grand because somebody was watching him. And he is absolutely correct. I don't know who's watching. I don't know who goes, oh my God, ugh, ugh. But at the same time, I don't care. After decades of being told you have to get everything right the first time, you have to put on a fakey fake smile, you have to pander, you have to tap dance, I'm still the same person, and I've fully embraced kind of not caring, kind of being like, I wish somebody had come to me when I was 10 years old, 20 years old, 30 years old, 40 years old, and said, F it, F it. This is honestly what it is to be an artist. That it is struggle not only getting the jobs, it is struggle not only getting the money together, it is struggle not only finding an audience, it is also, and struggle just trying to get through the day with your emotions and while you're processing projects and everything, but it is also a deep struggle getting the project done or getting the project right and honest and true, and that it feels like it's yours, that it is yours. So that's my little chat for today. I mean, people have oftentimes suggested don't talk so much. Well, that's why people come to my videos. And I've heard it because on when I do the studio mate, I like it when she talks more. Okay, so don't talk. Get somebody else to post to. This is a big one. Do the work, but have somebody else pose in front of it. So when you post it online, it looks like a young kid has done it, somebody younger than you, and then you'll sell more. As we've talked about before, paint other things, Marvel characters on cans, and paint like so-and-so, design like so-and-so, learn how to do something that you're not doing so that you're more popular. Don't. This is my advice. Just be honest. There are very, very few people being honest online. There are very few people talking about the struggles. The multi-level struggles and complexities in doing what we do. We see people, I say this all the time, tap dancing on TikTok. I don't care. I don't care. I find that false, fakey Disneyland approach to life disturbing and revolting. And so we're just going to keep doing what we do here, which is chronicling the life of an artist and hoping that we find messages that you connect with, and maybe finding messages or experiences that you've now been through with me, experiences that help you to feel validated. We always have to strive to get better at what we do, working towards becoming the artists that we've always wanted to be and making work that we've always wanted to make. But it takes a while to get there. It takes a lot of work, time, a lot of emotional turmoil to get there. So let's not pretend. And I just want to say I really appreciate you hanging in with me through the whole thing. So behind me is the idea that I've been working out for a possible mural design of Emma E. Booker. It's not perfect. Yesterday when I posted, she had a yellow frame around her. This was a lot more kind of vibrant baby blue. It was icky. And then we had very few colors. And then something snapped on me this morning and I went boopity boopity boop. And we boopity booped along. I used the color that's actually on the canvas is mimicking the wall that this would be going on. So I painted over the yellow. And I think I'll follow the same process if I get to do the mural. Painted over the yellow with that same grayish brownish color, and I had freeform orange blossoms up, and the orange blossoms are the flower for the state of Florida. I have 20 of them up here for Emma E. Brown, because, Emma E. Booker, because it took her, there's 20 of them, it took her 20 years to earn her bachelor's degree. She earned it while she was teaching and principal of the school that she opened and ran, raised money for, opened and ran. So we've got 20 orange blossoms, but I had them all freeform, and it was just not working, and it was throwing everything off. So once again, I applied the color over the top, and then I've been readdressing them, making them slightly more uniform, but not too uniform. And they also mimic the idea of the passion flower, and they mimic the idea of the Spanish needle blossoms that I have down below. And I have Spanish needle blossoms and passion flower because they attract the longwing, the zebra longwing butterfly that I've now talked about umpteen times. So there's several intricate ideas going on in here, but I feel like it's finally coming together, at least this iteration of the project. So I'm going to keep moving along. Hang in there, be real, be honest, and let's just keep going. Okay? All right. Ready, Carrie? Here we go. Ciao. Ciao. And hopefully this is not the last video I will ever make. Hopefully I won't get squished on my scooter if I have to do an errand today, which I won't be doing in my jammies. Part of the reason I don't shower is so I won't leave and be gone for the day, trying to avoid things, but trying to avoid the project. But anyway, ready, Carrie? Here we go. No getting squished today. No getting squished. Ciao. Meow, meow, meow. Boink.